Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to this is Starcraft English commentary. This is going to be the game from the ASL Season 21 Prelims Day 2, Group 10. We will have Speed versus Free. Speed, of course, these days, very strong players. I would call him A-class player. Sometimes he's skirt down to B, but usually he's A-class. And Free, he is part of the old ancient 6 dragons, 6 celestial bodies representing the Protoss conclave. But now he's a nobody. And you have a chance to fight against Speed here. He's going to be coming up with an early probe scout. This is very classical play. People don't play like this anymore. Refinery has come up, so there's going to be no chance for Free to go for the gas steal, but he's going to be able to disrupt the enemy a teeny bit here. Who were the old dragons in the old days? We had Stork, we had Best, we had Bisu for sure. We had Free for sure, we had Cow, and that's one more. I don't remember. It's not Much, because Much was not a good player. It's not Busan, because Busan sucked. But Busan did play in yesterday's qualifiers. I don't see him today anymore. Maybe he was not there, but... yeah, there's some kind of a system of a ranking there, because apparently some of the better players received buys, so they did not have to play from the lower brackets, because they could be eliminated in the lower bracket. They had to just play from the upper bracket. And I think only a certain finishers in yesterday's qualifiers could actually play in today's games. I think the finalists would definitely have a chance to play. I don't know about the semi-finalists, because some players lost in the semi-finals too, and maybe even the quarterfinals. But I digress. What's happening here? Zelle is going to come out, and that SCV is very damaged. 8 out of 60. The probe is on it. The Zelle need to go for the SCV instead. The SCV is right there. He gets the first Marine. He might get a second Marine, but now he's going to try to come on the other side. The probe is trying to go to work there, but now the Marine is on the probe. The probe gets the SCV. What insane precision strike there. This is even much better than that Trump thingy killing the Iranian guy. That is one heck of a, like, what is it called? Heat guided missile attack, right? Something like that. Anyways, we will have more Zealot, 2 Zealot, 3 Zealot. That's a lot of Zealot. And then behind this 3 will expand, but Speed will have, I believe, Vultures. Yeah, there's the Vulture. And he's got a couple of Marines. He's going to try to make a bunker, though. Interesting. Behind this, 3 is going to return. It's been a long time since I've seen more than one probe being used in the attack, man. It's very, very rare. Because you cannot reliably, use them in the battles. They're very weak. Of course, they have range attack, so it can help, but they die so fast. So it's very, very rare to see them in the action here, which is great. Which is great to actually see them. Anyways, we have a couple of Zealot and a tank. Excuse me, and a Dragoon, and he's gonna walk right past everything to try to go to high ground. There's no attempt to block it, no SCVs. And there's a Vulture in the main now. There's gonna be a mixed battles happening here. This is gonna be a brawl, an M&A fight in the octagon. Except that it's going to be on knockout the map. Who will get knocked out first? Zealot coming out. He needs to surround the Vulture. The Vulture gets targeted upon. The Vulture is sniped. We have a Dragoon attacking on the side, and Speed will be losing his Vulture, but inside his main base, losing stuff left and right. Zealot is recharging their shield. The Dragoon is very damaged. But maybe Speed doesn't know about it. He's not targeting that Dragoon. He's only targeting the Zealot. Dragoon running around. 3 shield and 9 health. One more hit from any attacking units, and that Dragoon will die. So I guess now he will die. He gets the Marine snipe, not bad. That was very, very cunning Lingus here coming from Free, killing that first SCV with the probe and then killing the last Marine with his dying last Dragoon of the Horde. Free 30 supply, Speed 28. What is Speed doing? He is coming across the map with something. With a Vulture, 2 Marine. Speed is going to be facing Dragoon's attack here. Dragoons will actually retreat beyond the bridge. But now I think it is quite clear that Speed cannot penetrate. But the question is, can he stop the third base from coming up without relying on mine? Dragoons will be on the high ground. The Vulture press forward. The first Vulture takes 3 hits. The second Vulture takes 3 hits. The next vulture is gonna get sniped here. It's very close to getting sniped, but the Dragoons need to clear the minefield. Very, very nice. Not bad. We have two Marines attacking. This Dragoon will take another hit, but that vulture is out of mines. That vulture no longer has any mines. So that vulture will fall. There's another vulture coming out. You need to pay attention to where the mines are laid. He's pulling back. We have 2 mines here. They will block those areas. We have a Dragoon. This Dragoon has been damaged from before, so has died. And we might have yet another mine getting laid. No, we're going to be having additional vultures, and this could completely derail very quickly. Finally, Observer is here, and maybe Free has cleared the situation. He's going to have to be very, very careful. There's going to be some probes getting sniped. Maybe another mine. Go for the mine. He's trying to defuse the mine correctly, and he does get it defused. The last of the vultures will get killed here. We have an Observer. Use a freaking goddamn Observer, man. Use Observer to clear the forces. Anyway, 6 minutes and 40 seconds of the game. I will be cheering for Free, of course, because I want more Protoss representation in the world government. As you can see, Free is about to have enough money to expand, but he could not expand. And that vulture needs to run away. Speed was late in pulling his vulture away, and now he will lose that vulture for Free. Incidentally, Free will now expand. Alright, 7 minutes, a little bit over 7 minutes of the game. We have observers moving across the map. Do we have siege? We don't. We just have a turret. I think siege mode is still under research. Observer checking for the situation. Free has decided he will possibly eat another mine. So 4 Dragoons are very damaged. So that has thrown any hopes for Free going for an attack against the tank line out of the window. He might even lose a Dragoon to these vultures if the vultures do some precision strikes. But there is going to be a Reaver. In this spawning position, it doesn't really help Free to go for the drop. You need to come around all the way to this right flank and come inside and thrust in the armpits of Speed. But he doesn't have direct access to Speed's armpit here. You need to kind of come to the side. It takes a long time. We're going to be having Speed coming across the map with a light S push. It's a modified delayed light S push here. Wow, Free doesn't have observers in any locations. These vultures coming through, they will be going to the main, but there's some Zealot blocking. Go for the mine, man. He gets that mine defused, but 1 vulture is hiding behind the mineral line. The rest of the tanks are here. The Dragoons are not in the right position to intercept. There's going to be siege position right out here, but we don't have vision of those areas. Dragoons are coming through with an observer. And probes need to get pulled. There are only 2 Dragoons and a couple of Zealot. Probes need to get on the high ground or what? They will engage with just a probe. What is the plan here? There's a Shadow. And there's a Reaver. He will go for the shot. Keep in mind that those tanks are trapped. And there's a mine explosion though. Several mine explosions everywhere. Free is losing a lot of probes. But these tanks are under a lot of pressure. 2 tanks are trying to run away here. Probes are trying to be microed against the vultures. 1 vulture is not about to get sniped. The vulture is still very strong. This tank's going to get targeted upon, but they have lived. We have still 2 vultures being very annoying here. Another hit here. Those vultures are still alive. The Reaver will take a final shot possibly. And clear out that last vultures. But amazing attack. When we have a tank, that tank can unsiege right now. But Free has stabilization, but Free is down hugely in supply. There could be a mine getting placed here. Just he's gonna sack the tank anyway. The Shadow, the Reaver's gonna land in the main base. So we're gonna have a double Reavers and an SCV. That was a great first shot. This is a brawl, man. It's definitely WWF the quantity of fight here. Yeah, he's killing so many SCV. Speed not paying attention because Speed is also busy doing his own attacks. On this side, the Reaver, the Vulture's got 7 kills. The Reaver has got how many kills? Possibly 7 or 8, if not 10. A lot of probes are dying. Another great hit from that Reaver. That last Reaver shot has cleared out the situation, and Speed is down hugely in supply. There's gonna be a Reaver shot on the turret. Once the turret is down, he can actually go on the low ground here. He leaves a tank on the high ground. The SCVs are running for their lives. 21 kill Reaver from Free. The Dragon is back. This is the year of the Dragon or what? The Reaver would now die. The Shadow would die too, but he would take one last shot. Another hit from the Reaver. He will go to high ground and go for the final shot. He will kill at least 1 Goliath, 2 Goliaths. 40 supply for Speed, 64 for Free, and I'm in tears. Free was almost about to be incapacitated, but he came back. He came back and he unplugged Speed completely. Speed is now behind by a lot of supply. Well, his SCV counts is terrible, but I guess he kind of rebuilt his SCV count a little bit. But I think what Free needs to do right now is expand. He's got enough to defend against any kind of counterattack that Speed could possibly think of. Okay, there are 5 factories, which is still very, very strong. There's gonna be a few mines getting later. As you can see, Speed is also not playing rationally because you just snipe a Shadow and a Reaver. There's gonna be no Shadow Reaver for a long time. Why are you laying mines in your main base? You need to go out there and start to snipe probes and try to deny fourth bases. That's what you should be doing. He's gonna come across. This base is completely opened. There's nothing here. There's one Dragoon. And there's gonna be a mine dragon. He's gonna sack a Dragoon just in, just to get one vulture. And that vulture is still alive though. Very, very unfortunate. More Dragoons might actually eat a mine here, we shall see. Alright, 11-minute mark of the game. This game is still going on. Great fight so far. I'm gonna give this game at least a 2-star because even though it's very, very low economy, just so many sick shots from both the vulture harassment as well as the Reaver attack here. Free is slightly ahead, but that is just because he killed a lot of SCVs. He doesn't have shuttle with speed. And it is still up to speed to go for major attack here because we don't have Templars yet. We don't have Zelle with leg. We don't have double robotics making crap tons of stuff. We just have a couple of gateways and possibly a slow shuttle. More vulture harassment coming across the map here. This vulture harassment will go right to the middle, but good block. So most of these vultures will be stopped. There could be a few mine drag, but they're not attacking 80 probes so far. Okay, it looks like these vultures go all the way into the probe line. There could be a major mine drag. Look at that mine, but most of the probes have been evacuated safely, so he wouldn't mind that. And finally, we have Observer moving through, and Free has cleared this area quite safely. We have a new base, but we have a shuttle waiting to land. You can look at the shuttle right now. The shuttle go in through the back door, and Speed has got a couple of turrets, and I think it looks like Free is just gonna just camp out there. And I think Free need to expand right now. He's got enough money for an expansion. He need to take an expansion because Terran has taken an expansion. Free is playing so classically. He is, he's just like, okay, I just stay on 3 bases. I don't need anything else. I just go with Zealot and Dragoons and that's it. Nowadays, it's about expanding early and then stay on low econ, right? You need at least 4 bases because you need to secure at least 3 gas. Once you have your gas, then you can just make Templars and Zealot and occasionally a few Dragoons. You don't need to use gas or anything else. You don't need to make anything else. You don't need to even upgrade Forge. Forge upgrade is a luxury, man. Anyways, this Reaver is gonna snipe that Goliath, maybe. 2 Goliaths targeted at Shadow. He's looking forward to drop his cargo, but he was able to evacuate most of those locations safely, so that's great. The Reaver will go for the shot from the high ground. He gets that Goliath. He might go for another shot. He's thinking about it. He pulls back. Dragoon's getting a couple of shells and 3 vultures making inside of the main base. This is just non-stop bleeding, non-stop hemorrhage here from Free. He's gonna have to walk the Dragoons blindly through the probes. So they're gonna get evacuated. And we have a Reaver on this high ground, which is great. Oh my god, so much explosion by the mines. And there's gonna be another mine in the corner. Yes, but that was not as much damage as it could have been. It could have been so terrible. The last Reaver shot, he might actually drag another mine onto those units. We shall see. It looks like tanks from Speed moving across the map. And Free is slowly losing the grips because he's playing a very ancient way to play Starcraft here. He's not keeping up abreast with the time. You see his new base is not yet started. He's too slow. And Speed is got a crap chance of time. Where's the shuttle? Where's the shuttle? The shuttle can land at 2 Reavers. So the way that he's engaged with the Reavers is terrible. It's so terrible. So this first game will go to Speed. Nicely done by Speed, but great claps to Free as well. He has fought against all odds, and that 24 kill Reaver would never remain in our hot text watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.